नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सखगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरा परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंद सर्व कारण कारणम। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we have successfully finished 8 slokas in the 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the 3 modes of material nature. So, here, the last 3 slokas, the sloka number 6, 7, 8, Krishna is explaining about the Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna, how they are produced. We are understanding how these gunas are produced. So now we have got the opportunity to know from Bhagavad Gita that we are all under the control of the modes of nature and how to free ourselves from the modes of nature. Because at the end, Arjuna asks the same question to Krishna. And even before even Arjuna asks the questions from Krishna, how to free from the 3 modes of material nature, Krishna himself says that. Only Arjuna asks the question that by how I can understand one is freed from the modes of nature. That's what Arjuna asks the question. Kailingagi trin gunan etan athito bhavati prabhu kimacharaga katam chaitan trin gunan athivartade. So by what actions I can understand a person is freed from the modes of nature. But Krishna himself says very clearly that we should realize first of all, we should understand first of all that only the 3 modes of material nature are doing everything. We are not the doer, only the 3 modes of material nature, they are the doer. That part we need to be clear, we need to understand. So that knowledge from Bhagavad Gita we need to get, and we need to understand that only the 3 modes of nature are doing everything. We are not the doer. So how can we make sure that in our day-to-day activities every day we remember this? We will remember this important fact. We need to remember. We need to know that. We need to live according to Bhagavad Gita. So that only the 3 modes of material nature are active all the time. Everyone is controlled by the modes of nature. But now with these slokas, what we are studying and understanding, if a person is attached to material sense objects, then immediately he will be controlled by the mode of passion, Rajoguna. That part is very clear. So anyone who is working here, going after, running after things, and really very passionate, and all the time doing ugra karma, working, we know that that person is in the mode of passion. Anyone who is very lazy, who is not doing anything, and who is sleeping all the time, and who is mad, and such people, we should know that that person is influenced by the mode of ignorance. And the same person also sometimes influenced by the mode of passion, at some other times the mode of ignorance. So all these things are fluctuating, varying. We need to understand. That also we will study and understand in this Bhagavad Gita. So we are all controlled by the modes of nature. But now is an opportunity which has come to us by Krishna's causeless mercy to free ourselves from this control of these modes of nature. So the soul is Atma is just being inside the body. That's it. But the Atma is not doing anything. That we need to understand. Atma is not the doer. Atma is not the doer. Only the modes of nature are doing everything. They are the performer. Only the three modes of material nature, they are doing everything. But Atma is simply struggling, suffering, or enjoying. That's what we already studied in the 13th chapter. Karya Karana Kartrutve Hetuhu Prakritiruchyate. Purushaga Sukadukkana Bhoktrutve Hetuhu Uchyate. So, Prakriti is said to be the cause for creating and doing all the activities, whereas the Purusha, the soul, is the cause for enjoying or suffering in this material world. So, that's what we are understanding. So, now with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when we associate ourselves with Krishna, not with the gunas, guna sangosya. Instead of guna sangosya, we should be Krishna sangosya. So we should be associating ourselves with Krishna. That's what we are studying, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, studying this Bhagavad Gita, reading this Bhagavad Gita, and spreading this message, and making devotees everywhere, and making prasadam for Krishna, offering prasadam unto Krishna. So doing all these things, we are doing it for Krishna. So that's what is very, very important. That will make sure we are always in Krishna conscious. So that will make sure we are not forced by the three modes of material nature. Otherwise, this body is simply a machine, yantra. So yantra rudani maya. So Maya. Maya means the three modes of material nature. That's what Maya. So yantra rudani maya. Brahmayan sarva bhutani yantra rudani maya. So this yantra is a machine, and this Maya is actually acting. Maya is actually using this machine, operating this machine. That's what we need to understand, that Maya, the three modes of material nature, they are operating this machine, this body. This body is a machine, and we are inside this body. So we have to undergo the sufferings, everything the body brings, or the enjoyment, whatever the body brings. So everything we need to undergo, because all the actions are carried out by the Maya. So they are using this body as the machine. But since we are seated inside this body, we are stuck inside this body, and since we are attached to the results, so we have to struggle and suffer, and everything. This material world itself is dukkhalayam. How many times we can say the same thing? That is the fact, that is the truth. We should not forget that. So, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, when we surrender unto Krishna, when our mind is remembering only Krishna, that means now our mind is not thinking about anything in this material world. So at that point of time, we are freed from Maya. So that way we are not going to suffer or struggle in this material world. So that's the reason we need to keep studying Bhagavad Gita and follow what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, and chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and offer everything to Krishna, all the results unto Krishna. So that way, being connected with Krishna all the time, then we don't have any time to get controlled by Maya. So we don't have any time means Maya also will be very happy actually. When we tell Maya that, oh Maya, please leave me alone. I want to serve Krishna. I don't want to struggle in this material world. You please help me. Maya will be very happy. So, because it's Krishna's Maya, Mama Maya. Mama Maya means my Maya. That's what Krishna is saying. So that way, if we tell Maya that you free me, I want to serve Krishna, then Maya will be very happy to free us. But if we think that I am doing everything, Maya, you are not doing anything, everything I am doing it. Modes of nature, three modes of nature, everything is performed by me only. I am the doer. You are not doing anything, I am the doer. So let me enjoy all the results. So let me own. Everything belongs to me. So I am the one who did it. So the results belong to me. So I should enjoy. So like that, if we tell Maya, then Maya will actually force us to work, force us to suffer, force us to struggle, and we will be inside this material body forever. Not the same body. Of course, we die, we change body, and body after body, body after body after body, we will keep struggling, coming back to this material world and struggling and suffering in this material world. So that's what is going to happen. So we have to be intelligent enough to understand this fact. So we should have faith on Krishna and get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So then we need to surrender ourselves unto Krishna with the knowledge. So we are not fools. When we say Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna. When we say Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so that means it's a real knowledge. That means we are doing the right thing. We are not fools. So we are very intelligent. Very, very intelligent. A person who believes in Krishna, who knows that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead without any doubt, and who gets this complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and able to follow Krishna's instructions fully. So he is the most intelligent person because the intelligence is given by Krishna. It comes from Krishna. Dadami buddhi. That's what Krishna is saying there. Dadami buddhi means I give the intelligence. So the intelligence has to come from Krishna. If you are not connected with Krishna, that means nasti buddhi. So dadami buddhi, nasti buddhi. Nasti means na asti, means it is not there. Nasti. Nasti means na asti means it is not there. So that means it is lost. So what is lost? The buddhi. The intelligence is lost. Intelligence will be lost when ayuktasya, when we are not connected with Krishna. When we don't remember Krishna, so then we are going to lose intelligence. But when we are connected with Krishna, Dadami Buddhi. Krishna is saying that I give the intelligence. That's what Krishna is saying. I give the intelligence. So, in order to have intelligence, we need to get it from Krishna. So that means we should be able to receive Krishna's mercy. So then only Buddhihi Pariyava Tishtate. Then only our intelligence will be very well established. If we have faith on Krishna, if we remember Krishna, if we surrender unto Krishna, if we believe in and follow what all Krishna says, so then our intelligence will be very much established, very well established. So then we are not fools. Amuda, not a fool. Amuda means not a fool. So we are very intelligent when we have this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. So this is the knowledge every Atma should have. Every soul, every individual soul should have this knowledge. So this is the subject everyone should study. Maybe I'm a mechanical engineer, so I can say that I'm specialized, I'm interested, I'm doing something like that. Somebody may be taking a different profession and different studies. You can do specialized, but everyone has to study Bhagavad Gita. That's what is very important. Every soul has to study Bhagavad Gita, read Bhagavad Gita. So because it is giving us the knowledge about ourselves, because with this knowledge we can directly perceive ourselves. Pratyaksha Vagamam Dharmyam. So one can directly perceive oneself. pratyaksha, pratyaksha vagamam dharma. So that is what this Bhagavad Gita. So with the Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we know everything about ourselves. So this knowledge is needed for each and every individual soul. So that way, this is not something like based on faith or religion or something like that. This is the knowledge about ourselves, and it is the science. That's what we need to know. It is the science. So science applies to everyone. So we cannot say that I follow certain faith. So if I jump from 20th floor, nothing is going to happen to me. We cannot say. Newton's law of gravitation is going to work on everyone. So the masses are going to attract each other. So our body has got a mass and earth has got a mass, and both are attracting each other. Of course, earth is also moving towards us, and we are moving towards earth when we jump from the 20th floor. But of course, the movement of the earth we cannot even notice, because we need to understand that from the based on the Newton's law of gravitation. So both masses attract each other and both move, but we are so tiny compared to the earth. So we come very fast and hitting the earth and we will die. So that is science. Same thing, this Bhagavad Gita is a science. That's what we need to understand. Each and every knowledge, whatever Krishna is giving. When Krishna talks about mind, everyone has got mind. When Krishna talks about senses, intelligence, body, soul, everyone has got all these things. So this is the knowledge about our self, about the soul. So this is the science. This is Raja Vidya. This is the king of knowledge. So that way we are very fortunate to get this knowledge. We are very, very fortunate. By Krishna's causeless mercy, we are getting this knowledge. And when we make use of this knowledge, we are actually going to go towards Krishna. We are going to go to Krishna. We are making progress. Every day, we are making progress. That means every day, we are getting closer to Krishna. More closer to Krishna. If you assume the day we started this Bhagavad Gita, and now we are in the 14th chapter, we finished 8 slokas in the 14th chapter. So that means we have progressed so much. So that means we have come very closer to Krishna. Because all these days we are actually listening to Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is actually all the time talking with us. All the time he is with us. He is delivering this lecture to us, this Bhagavad Gita. It's given by Krishna. It's because we are not talking anything different than Bhagavad Gita. We are not talking any subject other than this slokas given in Bhagavad Gita. So that way, with that kind of conviction and faith, if we get this knowledge, we are day by day, we are getting closer and closer to Krishna. Ye yatha mam prabatyante tam stateva bhajamyaham. So to the extent one surrenders unto me, to that extent I also surrender unto him. To that extent I also come towards him. So when we are getting closer to Krishna, Krishna is getting closer to us. That's what we need to know. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is also moving towards us. When we put one step, Krishna is also putting one step. But Krishna's step is so big. So just with 3 steps, he measured all the universe. So that way, we are very fortunate that we are studying this Bhagavad Gita. So now in the 14th chapter, in the last 3 slokas we studied, Krishna taught us about the Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna. First of all, we know that Sattvam Rajas Tamai iti gunaha prakriti sambhavat. Nibandhananti mahabaho dehe deginam avyayam. So that nibandhananti means binds the soul to the body. So Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna and Tamo Guna, the mode of goodness, passion and ignorance. So they are born from the prakriti. It binds the soul into the body. So what guna binds how? So that's what we are studying. These 3 slokas we studied. Sattvam Sukhe Sanjay. So that's the one we are going to study today. But in the 6th sloka we studied that Tatra Sattvam Nirmalatvat Prakasakam Anamayam Sukha Sangena Badnati Jnana Sangena Chanaga. So Sattvagunam is going to, it's illuminating and it frees us from all sins and it binds us to knowledge and happiness. Sukha Sangena Badnati Jnana Sangena Chana. Whereas the Rajoguna binds us to work. Rajo ragatmakam viddhi trishna sanga samudbhavam tannibadnati kaunteya karma sangena dehinam. So the Rajoguna, the mode of passion binds one to karma. So bondage to work in this way. So that's why we are forced to work, binds on to work. Karma sangena dehinam. तमस्त्वज्ञानजं विद्धि मोहनं सर्वदेहिनां प्रमादालस्य निद्राभिः तन्निबध्नाति भारत. So Krishna is saying that the tamoguna ajnanajam viddhi. So it's produced from ignorance, ajnanajam viddhi. Mohanam sarva dehinam. So it is a delusion in all living entities. So it binds one to madness, indolence, and sleep. That's what laziness. Indolence means laziness. So it binds one to pramadam. That is pramadam. So then what we are studying in this sloka today, Krishna is actually summarizing these three slokas. The sloka number 6, 7, 8, Krishna is summarizing in this sloka number 9. Satvam sukhe sanjayati rajah karmani bharatha jnanamavritya tu tamaha pramade sanjayatyutha. Satvam sukhe sanjayati. So the sattva guna binds one to happiness. Rajaha karmani bharat. The rajoguna binds on to karma. That means bondage to work in this way. Whereas jnanam avrityatu tamaha, by covering the knowledge, jnanam avrityatu. The tamoguna, by covering the knowledge, binds on to madness. Pramade sanjayati. O son of Bharata, the mode of goodness conditions one to happiness. Passion conditions one to fruitive action. And ignorance covering one's knowledge binds one to madness. So that's what we are understanding. But a devotee of Krishna is always happy, Suddha Sattva. So he is the pure Sattva Guna. No other gunas, no Rajo Guna, no Tamo Guna, and he is bound to happiness. So that's what is known as Suddha Sattva. So that way, he will always depend on Krishna and does everything for Krishna and fully believe in Krishna, have complete faith on Krishna and surrenders unto Krishna, serve Krishna, spread this Bhagavad Gita and make prasadam and offer to Krishna and chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and do everything for Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So Krishna is everything in our life. So that way our life should become completely Krishna conscious, and that is happening. That's happening with us. That's the reason we are studying. We are enjoying. Every day when we study Bhagavad Gita, we are getting so much enjoyment, so much happiness. So that's why we are attracted, we are addicted to this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. This kind of addiction is a very good, great addiction. So we should be fully addicted to Krishna. That's what is very important. So Krishna is everything for us. That is due to the knowledge. It's not simply based on some sentimental faith. This is completely based on philosophical understanding. So this faith on Bhagavad Gita, faith on Krishna, everything is based on the science of Bhagavad Gita. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the sloka number 9 today in the 14th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And as we started this chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, so let us chant one round and then we will discuss question answers. So today definitely we can discuss. So while chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, this is a very, very important practical process we need to understand. So when we chant this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we should actually watch our mind, observe our mind, where our mind goes. And wherever it goes, bring it back and focus on that sound vibration, that transcendental sound vibration. So if we do this repeatedly over a period of time, our mind won't go anywhere. Even if we want our mind to wander here and there, it's not going to do that because our mind is tuned to Krishna. So this is an opportunity for us to tune our mind to Krishna. So that way, let us fully focus on Krishna and focus on the transcendental sound vibration. Hare Krishna. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna